Chicago gangs are declaring war on ICE. They're offering bounties for the heads of ICE agents. Prepare for civil war.
Hell yeah, y'all about to be sorry as
Hey! Hey! Hey!
You don't want to end up like this guy here, face down, you know what, up in the air with a federal agent on top of you, mashing your face into the concrete. You might see a lot more of that because Tom Homan has just added 10,000 new ICE agents to the crew. They're having a hard time getting all of these illegals out of the country because there are so many people that are assisting the illegals by either doxing ICE agents, following them around, ramming them with vehicles, violently protesting. The list goes on and on and on, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. Let's get into it.
We got to look for that 10.5 million illegal aliens that came across that border. We got to look, that's in addition to 15 million already here. So now the roles change. Now Border Patrol is backstopping ICE on the interior. It's working. Record numbers of removals, arrests. Right now we already have a record number, historic number of arrests and removals this fiscal year, and would bring on 10,000 more agents by mid-January. And we're going to blow this historic number out of the water next year. So everything's working good. It's still under the leadership of acting director Todd Lyons, under the leadership of Secretary Noem. The results speak for themselves. The agents out there doing what President Trump promised he'd do, is make his country safe again.
And, you know, they wouldn't need all these extra agents if there weren't people that were related to people getting arrested, and if there weren't so many protesters that are actively blocking the investigations and getting in the way of ICE agents arresting people, causing more confusion and more chaos in the streets. So they have no choice but to bring on a whole bunch of ICE agents just to overwhelm people and combat against all of the protesters, Antifa, relatives of people that are getting arrested, and the illegals. It's a lot of people that Tom Homan and the ICE crew have to deal with. Perfect example. Check this out.
Hey! 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 No! No!
They can't even arrest somebody without 100 people coming out of nowhere because these ICE agents are getting doxxed, they're getting followed, and everything under the sun. This is crazy. If you were being surrounded by all of these people, they're screaming things at you, you don't know if any of them have a weapon, would you pull your gun out, or would you just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to get out of here and leave and not do my job? Come on now. And here's another one for you.
Over Ontario, about 6:30 this morning, here in the 2800 block of South Vineyard. According to Ontario PD, they responded to an officer needs assistance call and an officer-involved shooting. We believe the officers in question were federal agents, DHS, Department of Homeland Security, and FBI. It's unclear if anyone was struck by gunfire. Ontario PD is only here to secure the scene. There's another scene, though, inside the Country Meadows Mobile Home Park.
And they're saying that someone backed their vehicle in to ICE agents as they were trying to arrest someone. So a random person comes up and rams their vehicle into the ICE vehicle. This is happening over and over and over. People using cars as weapons. And let's not forget, we still have all of these protesters in Chicago, in Portland, and in other places that are coming out, still battling ICE agents, blocking the way for them to bring people in and out of the facility. They're upset that ICE agents brought a dog here to sort of control the scene. But what else are you supposed to do when you are dealing with violent people like this? Now everyone wants to boycott Home Depot on the left. We've got a ton of people that are saying that only illegal aliens are keeping Home Depot in business. I'm very curious to see what Home Depot is going to say about all of this, but for sure, any of us on the right and any of us that are center or that want to support American businesses, I think you absolutely should go shop at Home Depot, since all of these people are saying they are going to boycott them because ICE raids keep happening at their facilities. I mean, this is just the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a long time.
ICE protesters targeting one of the country's biggest hardware retailers. Activists gathered outside the Home Depot store in the Belmont-Cragen neighborhood today, demanding that the store do a better job of protecting immigrants.
Unbelievable. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Let's ask this American business to protect illegal immigrants from getting deported by federal agents. Okay.
Federal agents have been targeting the parking lots of Home Depots across the Chicago area, where immigrant day laborers often gather looking for work. The protesters want Home Depot to adopt a policy banning federal immigration agents from their stores and property, and to lock the doors if agents try to get in.
We need to continue to hold these corporate head folks that benefit and profit out of the hands of immigrants who won't say a damn thing to protect the people that put money in their pockets.
Alderman Jesse Fuentes out there stirring up things once again. She already got hemmed up by ICE agents trying to stir things up. It's just unbelievable to see these people out here taking the side of illegal criminals instead of supporting their own government workers. Like, this is where we're at today.
They're also calling on the city of Chicago to establish safe hiring sites for day workers.
Safe hiring sites for illegal immigrants. It just makes me wonder, like, why even go through all of this, man? Just go back. Why even deal with all of this? All of the daily stress. Trump already gave them plenty of time. He already announced that, hey, everybody can leave now and you won't lose your benefits to come back in the future. But if you get caught by ICE and you get deported, you can't come back for at least 10 years. Why put that on the line? I don't get it.
So the media is saying this undocumented father was arrested by federal agents, painting it as a tragedy. And you'd think they'd put the worst part about him in the headline. But no.
They detained 42-year-old Gerardo. The family's Ring video shows Gerardo in his black truck at 7:54 a.m. about to head to his construction job when multiple people who appear to be federal officers approach his truck. Gerardo is undocumented. His wife, Idalia, says she's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, so it sounds innocent. Except here was Homeland Security's response to this story. They said, why is NBC Bay Area peddling a hoax for a P3DO? They go on to say they arrested Gerardo Rojas Leyva, a criminal illegal alien from Mexico with a rap sheet including lewd and lascivious acts with a child, battery of a spouse, and more. Yeah. They say he illegally re-entered the U.S. after a previous removal, which makes it a felony. This is the length they're willing to go. Why don't we tag NBC down in the comments and tell them they need to tell the whole story?
Well, this is what the legacy media does. This happens all of the time. They only give one side of the story, more times than not taking the side of the criminal and the illegal to put emotions into people into hating their own government. Same old play over and over and over again. You would think people would have caught on by now, but unfortunately they have not. And the trick is still working, especially on baby boomers. We've got another example for you right here of the media taking the side of the illegal criminal, making it seem like ICE and the government federal agents are doing the wrong thing, when in fact, they're twisting the story once again.
Jocelyn Peña's door is back on its hinges today, but on Wednesday, it was yanked off. In this video captured by her neighbors, armed Homeland Security officers approach Peña and her partner's apartment, batter the door down, and toss it out. Shortly after, in another neighbor's video, Peña's partner, Jesus Lopez Ruiz, comes out with his hands up.
I called him and he said that the house was surrounded and that they were out like looking for him and that they had guns.
Peña was also detained at work while agents were raiding her home. She says agents showed up, loaded her into a car, and took her to an unknown location. Again, she is a U.S. citizen.
They
If you are related to a person, if your wife or your husband or anything along those lines has done a crazy crime out there and they come get a warrant, they're going to most likely arrest you too because they need to figure out what the heck is going on. It's not far-fetched for other people to get arrested when someone's done a crazy crime so they can get things figured out. But let's continue.
me in a room with like metal stool in a bathroom, and they're like, oh, just wait here till we call you back, we're gonna question you. They took my phone and they took one of my cars, and I haven't heard anything in days.
ICE has not responded to our requests for information on why Peña was detained for hours, but Whatcom County, which was part of the raid, said it provided, quote, assistance to the Homeland Security investigations in the service of a federal arrest warrant issued for assault of a federal officer. Jeremy Darrow runs a racial justice nonprofit in Linden. He says Lopez Ruiz allegedly fled from immigration officials several weeks prior, but never assaulted anyone.
Apparently the accusation stemmed.
That doesn't matter. That's basically a fugitive at that point. And if you're harboring a fugitive, they're going to need to arrest you too so they can see if you are housing a fugitive. Like, look, these are investigations. This is how it works. She probably should have been arrested if she knew that he fled from federal agents and she was hiding him in her house.
From them approaching his vehicle and him driving away, and the officer fell down.
Lopez Ruiz is undocumented. Peña says the massive federal response was out of proportion to the kind of person her partner is.
That does not matter if you fled. Sheesh, unreal.
Like acted like I was like a criminal or something, or like if he was like a murderer, if they were like doing like this big like operation, and I'm just like all he has like done is try to go to work, you know.
Jocelyn says she will make the more than 3-hour drive down to the Northwest ICE Processing Center in Tacoma to see her partner as soon as she has a ride.
She could rent a car if it was that serious. They are trying to play this story on your emotions. You can't run and escape from the federal police and not expect for them to come back and try to get you. Okay? They impounded her vehicle probably because they might assume that is evidence. Maybe they're using that car for something that was involved with him basically being an illegal fugitive. Come on now. Come on. But yet you still have people out here in Portland and Chicago, all of these blue cities, New York, that are protesting to keep people in the country. It's unreal. And they think that the people on the right and the people that question any of this are bad people and that everyone is, basically an evil person that is okay with people getting deported. But I couldn't disagree more. What do you guys think about 10,000 new ICE agents being hired by President Trump and Tom Homan? Do you think they are going to get the job done with the 10,000 new agents? What do you think about everything that's going on? I want to know from you down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.